We often don't get to experience NBA games in which two generational talents collide, but that's exactly what we get every time Luka Doncic takes on LeBron James. Their latest encounter was arguably their best one yet. In what was the game of the season so far, we saw Luka Doncic display a little more of his magic. The Slovenian magician did his thing on Thursday night with a 35-point triple-double. But that wasn't the most impressive part of his performance. Luka Doncic literally propelled his team to victory. Luka hit a nasty step-back three to force OT, then hit another step-back three to force double OT. At his size, Luka's step-back three is simply unguardable, and it's used as a weapon in crunch time. Thanks to Luka's 35, 14, and 13, and some incredible clutch play down the stretch, the Mavericks were the ones who ended on top with a final score of 119-115. What's going on, everyone? Luca Rosano here, back with another video. In this one, we're going to be talking about the greatness of Luka Doncic and what he has been doing. If you guys can do me a solid favor and hit a like on the video, that would help the algorithm a ton. And please subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this. We're trying to hit 30k subs. So if you want to see more Mavs and Luka Doncic content, this is your place for all of those things. With a 24-19 record, the Dallas Mavericks are going through the season with Luka Doncic looking as spectacular as ever as their leader. Luka's latest triple-double got him into an exclusive club. He joins Oscar Robertson, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook as the only four players with 15-plus triple-doubles with 30-plus points scored. As he goes through his fifth season in the league, Doncic also has better numbers than LeBron James himself had during his fifth season. With 34 points per game, he is surpassing James's 30 points per game. Doncic is completing one of the most prolific seasons in league history. He is arguably the greatest scorer in the league right now. Other than the numbers, there is also the winning record between the Mavs and the Lakers with Luka Doncic on the court. From the last 6 games Doncic has played against the Lakers, Doncic is a perfect 6-0. It is still unclear if Luka Doncic can keep up with the absurd scoring pace that he's at, but it might be time for LeBron James to finally pass the baton to Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is only 23 years old. However, at this rate, it may not be long before the man enters the GOAT conversation. Luka Doncic is making every non-believer into his fans now. I mean, everybody who doubted this guy is now watching it on. This is what Shaq said about Luka Doncic following his performance.
Me and Chuck, we talk about this all the time, the tremendous amount of pressure on this kid. He has to create for others, create for himself, and he has to make all the plays for this team to do well. You see he has the ball right here, waiting for the ball. When he gets the ball, what's he going to do? Everybody's waiting for him. Go to the hole, the defense collapses. You create an easy opportunity for Mr. Wood right here. He can do that. If he can do that and do that successfully, this team has a shot right here. You know what? I'm taking it upon myself to bring the double and then score right here. You know what? Hand down, man down, like the great Mark Jackson says, and I'm going to score. But this kid has to do everything for his team to be successful. Right here, 2 or 3 guys. He can't pass it, but he just said, I'm going to score. And great player, MVP candidate, but it's a lot of pressure on him. Because if he don't play well, if he don't do that, Mavericks go nowhere.
Once it becomes apparent just how much Luka Doncic has to do on a daily basis for the Mavericks, it's hard to deny this man's greatness, especially when you consider the fact that Dallas has won 7 of its last 10 games, and they once looked left for dead, but all of a sudden this Mavericks team is back in playoff contention. And with the way Luka is playing right now, it doesn't seem that is going to stop anytime soon. Luka Doncic is averaging 34.3 points per game, 9 rebounds per game, 8.8 assists per game, and 1.6 steals per game. The man is shooting it 59% from the field, 35.6% from 3, and 73.8% from the free throw line. But as Shaq alluded to, Luka has to do it all himself. And as we've learned in the NBA, you can't do it all alone if you want to win the NBA championship. That's something Luka can learn from LeBron James' career. Luka Doncic can control the offensive flow of a game like the conductor of an orchestra. He points out the defender he wants, gets to his preferred spot on the floor, and he either scores or sets up his team perfectly. As the Ringer's Michael Pina recently noted, Doncic is creating out of pick and rolls, isolation plays, and dribble handoffs more efficiently and at a higher volume than ever before. So it almost seems counterproductive for Luka to give the ball to somebody else when the numbers are telling him to do it all. But this type of play can only carry a team so far. Only 2 of the top 20 highest usage seasons in NBA history have ended with trips to the conference finals. James Harden did it back in 2017-18, and Luka Doncic did it in 2021-2022, just last season. Luka Doncic and head coach Jason Kidd must figure out a way to take some of the weight off of his shoulders. At a certain point, the burden simply becomes too heavy, even for the greatest players of all time. When you look at LeBron James's career, for as spectacular as he was early on, he eventually needed Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, and Anthony Davis to accomplish his goals. Luka Doncic had Kristaps Porzingis before he was traded last year, but Porzingis was nowhere close to being a reliable secondary option. Then the Mavericks watched Jalen Brunson leave for nothing in free agency. The Dallas Mavericks front office must do a better job of building around Luka. Dallas needs to show Doncic that the organization is serious about pursuing titles. And in order for them to do that, they got to go out and make some moves and get Luka a legitimate Robin to his Batman. Because if not, Dallas will suffer the same fate Cleveland did when LeBron left the first time. For as great as Luka Doncic is individually, and for how many times he leaves you with your jaw dropped, if he does want to one day become the GOAT, he needs a little bit of help on his way to capturing titles. And we saw this in last year's playoff run. But as far as Luka the competitor, Luka the player, I mean, he is playing at an absurd rate right now, and it might just be Luka's league at this point moving forward. Luka Doncic is doing things that we have never seen before, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. He just keeps getting better, and that's the scary part of all of this. What do you think Luka's ceiling is? And what kind of help do you think the Mavericks need to get Luka if Luka Doncic and this Mavericks team seriously wants to get back into title contention? Because I think for as great as the Mavs have been playing, especially with Luka playing at this high of a level, they still might not have what it takes to win a title as of now. But things can change, especially if Mark Cuban and company decides to get aggressive, as they should. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And again, guys, hit a like on the video. It does help it a ton. And please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. This is Luca Rosano signing off. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all again in the next video.